Hey everybody, how's it going? Let's take a look at an exclusive series. This week's discount offer car is featured in. That is, of course, Chevy Corvette Stingray C8 from the production year 2020. So, in terms of the discount offer wise, it's a 30% discount on the car itself if you don't own it, and 30% discount on all upgrades. So for the cost of the car, which is normally 450 gold, you can save maybe 130-ish gold with a 30% off. So you can get it for 315 gold instead of paying full price of 350. And in terms of upgrade cost, normally if you want to fully upgrade to have an access to the exclusive series this car's featured in, it'll normally cost you 874 gold and some 1.7 million racing dollars and change. But with a 30% off, you will spend 612 gold instead. So that's, some 262 less gold. And if you need to keep track of the racing dollar amount as well, you'll save about 500,000 less than what you would spend otherwise. So you would still have to spend 1.2 million and change. But, when it comes down to racing dollar cost, if you have to worry about that, then, you need to race more, right? So anyway, so that is cost-wise, what it will cost you have an access to this series. So let's look into the series itself. Chevy Corvette Stingray C8. After close to 70 years of evolution, the 8th generation of the Corvette Stingray boosts balance and performance by being the first of its series to implement a mid-engine platform. Right, normally it's a front engine, right? So pretty cool. Of course, changes your driving dynamic, and the Real Racing 3 does, try to implement how it changes your driving feel when depending on where the engine's located. So, all right. In terms of rewards, there's total of 70 gold at stake here and 200,000 racing dollars. And here's the breakdown of the rewards in 25% completion increment. So the first 25% it's a 54 event series, the 20 tier, pretty typical. So that means 51 trophy events and 3 time trials. So if you divide it into quarters, first 25% completion, which pays out, as you can see, 7 gold and 20,000 racing dollars. It will require you to complete 14 events. So that could be 13 gold trophies and 1 time trial, or, the usual combinations that you can come up with. And the 50% completion, which pays additional 14 gold and 40,000 racing dollars, will require completion of 27 events. So if you're working from tier 1, tier by tier, that means 25 gold trophies and 2 time trials. And the 75% completion will pay additional 21 gold and 60,000 racing dollars. And for that, you would need to complete 41 events. So 38 gold trophies and all 3 time trials or something like that. And of course, 100% completion, pays out the remaining 28 gold and 80,000 racing dollars. And, you need to 100% complete, right? All gold trophies and complete your time trials. Yeah, and the time trials, remember, how quickly you do it doesn't matter, as long as you can post score, post the time, a valid time, right? So as long as you stay on track and don't hit, go off track or hit a wall where your score is not counted, then, as long as yeah, you post a valid time. You're good to go. And in terms of the types of events that you see in this series, of course, there are 3 time trials. The first one in Tier 5, this one takes place at WeatherTech Raceway Laguna Seca. And then the next one you'll see is in Tier 10. This one takes place at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix Circuit. And the last one in Tier 15 takes place at Hockenheim Grand Prix. And it's going to be a night race. So, yeah, pretty cool. And in terms, of course, all non-time trial tiers, you do have a cup. So there are 17 cup events total. And let's see, Autocross. There are 5 Autocrosses in this series. As you can see, starting with a Tier 1, the very first event is Autocross, taking place at Suzuka Grand Prix. Next time you see it is going to be in Tier 4 at the Red Bull Ring Grand Prix. And then the third iteration, Tier 9, Laguna Seca. Right? And then the fourth one you'll see in Tier 14. This one taking place at Berlin, the Formula E circuit. And the last one of the kind will take place at Dubai National Circuit in Tier 18. All right, and there are 2 drag races, so that's fine. I'd be okay with just a single one, but 2 is fine. Out of the 20 tier series, I will take 2 drag races. It's by far my least favorite kind of race in the game, just because there's a better game for that. That's dedicated, right? The CSR racing, now it's up to, it's been on CSR2 for some time. But anyway, we're not here to talk about that. Okay, so Tier 3, the first drag race takes place at Daytona Speedway. And then the second one, the other one, you'll find in Tier 12, taking place at the other NASCAR circuit, the Brickyard Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course in this case. All right, up next, we got 4 eliminations. All right, so first one you see in Tier 6, taking place at Dubai Grand Prix. Second one in Tier 12 at Mount Panorama. Third one in Tier 16, Suzuka East. And the last one in Tier 19 at Formula E Berlin Circuit. There are 6 endurance races, so those can, run depending on your TSM friends. You can have a very, very difficult long distance target, or you could have a pretty easy flag bot target. Depends. If you encounter, the difficult TSM bots, then I would say just log off the social network, mainly Facebook, right? And then turn your device into the airplane mode, and then you should have remove all the TSM bots, and you should be left with just the flag bots, which are pretty easy to handle. Anyway, the 6 endurances. The first one, as you can see, in Tier 2, taking place at Silverstone Grand Prix. And then Tier 6 is the second one, taking place at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix Circuit. And then the Tier 9 is where you'll see the next one, Hockenheim National. And then the fourth one is in Tier 13, taking place at Nürburgring Sprint Circuit. And then the 5th one is in Tier 17, taking place at Laguna Seca. And then the last one is in Tier 20, the final tier, taking place at Catalunya Grand Prix. All right, and then next category of events, head-to-head. We got 5 of them. Tier 1, they're all single lapper, by the way. So we got the first one taking place at Nürburgring Grand Prix. Single lapper, as I was saying. And then Tier 7 is the second one, taking place at Silverstone Grand Prix. also a single lapper. And tier 11 is where you're going to see the third one at Melbourne. A little bit shorter circuit, but still single lapper. And then tier 16 is the fourth iteration taking place at Red Bull Ring National Circuit. And the last one is going to be in tier 19 at Suzuka Grand Prix. So that is the longest one. But still, they're all single lap cups or single lap race. So that's not too bad. And then we got a Hunter. We got 5 Hunters actually. So that's another single lap event. The first one in tier 3. That's at Bugatti Circuit, right? And then the next one in tier 8. That one at Mountain Panorama. And the third one you'll see in tier 13 at Monza Road Course. And then the fourth one, you'll find it in tier 17 at Porsche Test Track Dynamic Circuit. And then the last one, it's going to be in the final tier 20 at Spa. All right. Speaking of single lap event, we got 2 speed records. So that's pretty low number of speed records. Normally we get more than 2, but this one we only get 2 speed records. First one in tier 4 taking place at Berlin Circuit. And then the other one in tier 8 taking place at the Brickyard Road Course. And the other speed event, Speed Snap, we got 5 of those. Starting in tier 2, we got the first one at Laguna Seca. Second one in tier 7 taking place at Catalunya Club Circuit. Third one in tier 11 at Porsche Test Track Long On-Road Circuit. The fourth one in tier 14 at Le Mans 24-hour circuit. And then the fifth one is in tier 18 taking place at Silverstone National. All right, so those are the variety events, right? And now let's just run through the cup events in all these tiers, figure out how long they are, right? So tier 1, we got cup at Porsche Test Track Long On-Road Circuit. It's going to be a 3-lap cup, so that's a not terribly long circuit, so it's not too bad. And tier 2 cup is at Spa, and that's also a 3-lap cup, and this one obviously is going to be a longer because Spa is a longer circuit. And then tier 3, we got the Bathurst circuit, also 3-lapper. So yeah, Bathurst and Spa, they're pretty comparable distance in terms of the how much time they take. And then tier 4, we got the Hockenheim Grand Prix, also triple lapper cup. And then tier 5 is of course time trial. Tier 6, we got cup at Melbourne. This is going to be a 5-lapper, but of course it's a slightly smaller circuit. And tier 7, we got one of the longest Grand Prix circuit, Suzuka. Another 3-lap cup there. So most of the Grand Prix circuit races are 3-lappers so far. Tier 8, it's going to be at the Formula E Berlin circuit. Pretty short circuit. We got 4 laps there. And then tier 9, we're at Nürburgring Grand Prix. Another 3-lap cup. And then tier 11, we got Daytona Road Course, and that's going to be a 4-lap cup. And tier 12, we got cup at Silverstone International, and that one's going to be a 5-lapper, but of course, that's a shorter lap. Tier 13, we got cup at Dubai International. That's another 4-lapper, kind of medium length circuit, right? And then tier 14, we got the Catalunya Grand Prix, one of the shorter Grand Prix circuits, along with Hockenheim. Just 4 laps there. And then tier 16, we got Cup at Circuit of the Americas Grand Prix, and this one is gonna be a bit longer with 4-lap cup there. And tier 17 is gonna be at the Brickyard Indianapolis Motor Speedway road course 5-lapper. All right, so getting a little bit longer. And then tier 18, we got the cup at the 24-hour circuit, 3 laps. It's gonna be an evening race. All right. And then tier 19, the cup is going to be at Red Bull Ring Grand Prix, 5 laps. And that is also a relatively short Grand Prix circuit. And the final tier has the cup at Monza Road Course, another 5-lap cup. So, yeah, the car isn't, it's a mid-range, right? In terms of PR, it's in the 60s when it's maxed out, 63.4. By the way, base PR starts at 45.9. The usual, it's a racing dollar car, the road collection car. So your main currency of choice for both rewards and the upgrades is racing dollars and gold. And yeah, so 3-hour wait time, some 1,665 racing dollar for service. If you have to keep track of that, yeah, you need to race more. And the car is also featured in another bonus series called American Classics, and I already have posted the overview of that series on my channel, so I'll put the link to that series in the description box below. Yeah, so, and in that bonus series, by the way, this car is the only one that can 100% complete that series, requiring PR 61.6. So obviously for that one, you don't need to fully upgrade, but you are a little bit more closer to be able to complete that one. So the PR requirement for that bonus series, American Classics, is 61.6. Normally it will cost you 634 gold to meet that PR requirement. So if you take advantage of the discount offer, then you get 30% less, or you need to spend only, well, yeah, you get to save a couple $100. There you go, or a couple $100 gold. So that's not for nothing. And what else do we need to talk about in this video? I think that does cover the full event here, or the series. So all right, so if you guys have any questions, feel free to put them in the in the comment box below, right? All right, well, thanks for watching. Hope you guys found some useful information. Give the video a thumbs up. You know what to do. All right, thanks for watching, and we'll catch you guys in the next video. All right, take care.